And now we've got Joel, the newest member of the band.
Yes, I am.
You started really getting into music at a very young age of 6. Now, being classically trained in piano. Now, is this something that you've decided, you've told your parents, this is what I want to do in that young age?
It was sort of something that I chose indirectly. I think ever since I was able to walk, my parents picked up on the fact that I just loved music. I had like a little Tonka toy piano thing that I used to bash away when I was 3. I had a ukulele given to me when I was about 4, and then I just kept, bashing that. And we had an old organ too that was given to us when I was young, and I just used to try and play everything on that, even though I'd never played before. Every time I'd listen to the radio in the morning, I'd try and play songs that I would hear. I'd just rush to this organ and I'd try and play, and I couldn't play to save my life at all, but I'd try. And so my parents thought, obviously he's interested in that sort of thing. So I was fortunate enough for them to pay for some lessons, and then that's how it all started. So I got into. My father played guitar in a band himself, and Mum was always interested in singing, as most Filipino people are. And so that was about it. And then after that, piano, guitar, and the rest.
And a bit of vocals now too.
Yeah. Got involved in that, but
later on, you embrace more popular and conventional style of playing the instrument. Now, is that correct?
I started learning classically from 6, and also classical guitar. And then I guess once I hit high school, that's when my passion for pop music sort of came through. We're all influenced by what we hear on the radio, and that's when I really sort of started to get into it. I didn't really become part of any band until the end of high school, and then that's...
You grew up in Australia, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
You were born and raised here.
I was saying it. Yes.
So how Filipino are you back at home?
Funny, growing up in a mixed household, but because my father's Australian and can't understand a word of Tagalog. And Mum would always talk to my sister and I in Tagalog, so and then she'd have to change for my father, and then I'd have to adjust as well. Fortunately, as Filipino families work, I had a lot of my extended family living in close proximity, so grew up with my grandparents around, my lola, and my aunties and uncles. So that sort of helped. But quite Filipino, but with the Australian twist, of course, like these guys. And it's funny. I lived in Philippines for a couple of years. I just got back sort of about 6 months ago, but that was an eye-opening experience too. But there's a I think Australian Pinoys, they're a different, like a unique breed of Pinoys. Wherever they seem to be around the world, they have their own unique part of them, that they pick up from the countries that they live in. So that's why going over there was just a very big eye-opening experience. But it's all good.
And you're back.
I am.
Now, you're the newest member of Sweetmojo. How is this going so far?
Very new. Great.
You're liking it?
Yeah, I love it. Love being a part of this band. I love working with these guys, and it's only been a few months since I joined, but it feels like a year or more. It's just so much has happened in that time, and to me, that's a real indication of the fact that we are really moving quickly, and things are progressing well for us. There's still a long way to go for us, and this journey's only started for me particularly, but there's so much more to look forward to for us, I feel, and that's what drives all of us, I think.
All right, so what should Sydney expect from Sweetmojo in the next couple of months or in this year?
On the 29th of August, we're playing in Rakista. This is to celebrate Pinoy songs and artists. On the 27th of September, we are performing for the local council, Stratfield Spring Festival. And the 31st of October, we have a musical extravaganza.
So busy.
We're very busy indeed. And plus, we're recording as well for our first album. So hopefully this will be launched on the 29th. Hopefully we'll have an EP.
And before we go, would someone like to introduce the next song, the last song that we're going to play for tonight, that we've recorded here?
You Don't Know Me.
You Don't Know Me. Yeah. What is this song about?
It's about a relationship that basically has fallen apart to the point where both partners have sort of lost track of who each of them really are. And it's a bit of a sad story, but
Well said.
Very,
yeah.
very sad song.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Salamat.